Hey guys, Jared Hubert, co-founder of Team Catapult. We're out here at the Woodlands Resort and Conference Center for our second annual camp and our first running exclusive camp, Welcome to Running. The main focus here was really getting people going with their running journey, from everything from learning how to run on a running blade, learning to use a Pushrim for Pushrim athletes, and learning how to guide, or for vision impaired runners, running with a guide runner. That was our main focus here for the weekend. To achieve that, we had 40 volunteers helping out. 15 of those were direct vision impaired guides.
My name is Brandon LeBlanc, and I live in Houston, Texas. And I got involved with Catapult when I started going out to the weekly workouts at Memorial Park to run with the visually impaired athletes. This weekend, we are at the Welcome to Running camp presented by Team Catapult. And we are out here working with visually impaired athletes as well as new and veteran guides, teaching them everything that they need to know to feel more confident and comfortable when they're out on the runs together. So we've been training up the athletes with a world-class coach. My name is Aaron Seides, and I'm from Seattle, Washington. Now, at this camp, I'm involved with being the vision impaired and guide kind of head coach, training the guides on how to guide, the ins and outs of everything they need to know. And then also training the blind athletes on how to work with their guides.
My name's Jaden. I am from the Seattle area, but I've been living in Tyler for the last 4 years now. I learned about Catapult, I believe, through Coach Scott Menefeld. I met up with him when I was first starting to use a Pushrim chair. I'd previously been doing paratriathlon using my rugby chair, and so I was getting a little bit more serious and better equipment for it.
Yeah, in addition to just our running workouts, there's more to running than just getting out on the road and running. There's other things that happen, whether it's nutrition, hydration, and strength training. So we had some awesome subject matter experts out here this weekend. We had Starla Garcia, who came out and gave us an awesome talk about nutrition and hydration. And we also had our friends from Covenant Gym, Endless Fitness. They came out and gave us an awesome strength training that was really focused on new runners and mobility and flexibility and all things that you need to become a good runner. We also had our friends from UFOS that came and provided recovery shoes for every single athlete, and also our friends at Hoka that came out and provided running shoes for every athlete and every guide that came out this weekend.
My name is Arturo Burgueño. I live in San Antonio, Texas. I've been there with my family since the last 11 years, and that's home for us. So the importance of events like this for para-triathletes or para-athletes in general is huge, because it helps you build more endurance. It helps you know how to train better. It helps you how to enhance your technique. It helps you find other people who are going through the same situations as you are, and you know the camaraderie here is amazing. We're like a family. This community is a family. We help each other. We don't keep secrets to ourselves. We share, and other people share with us as well. So this is a great community. I'm very happy and grateful to be
here. You get coaches' eyes on you to really give you feedback on form. A lot of paratriathlon, you're out there training on your own, and it's hard to watch yourself. And so it's really helpful having that feedback on form and efficiency, just so you can continue to get faster and prevent injury by doing it right.
I think events like this Welcome to Running camp are super beneficial for athletes starting off, and also guides starting off. We had a guide training session today, just to really train guiding 101 on every sort of thing that they could kind of need in working with different athletes. And then also just the blind athletes, giving them the most important things to get started on, and also working with some guides. Some of these athletes don't really have guides in their area. Some might not have the resources to find the guides. So just establishing that kind of good foundation so that they have some networks and things like that, I'd say is the biggest thing.
My name is Linda Fox, and I came on as a director at Welcome to Running Camp. When I first started with Catapult, I actually started as a volunteer. I didn't have a lot of confidence in my running ability, or I was unsure about the responsibility of being a guide. So I came on as a volunteer. I attended their very first triathlon camp in 2019. And I can honestly say I got bitten by the guide bug. And then very shortly after, I decided I wanted to try
guiding. It's a big responsibility, and it's a privilege that someone else is trusting you. So you have to be really focused on your communication skills that you have with the athletes that you're working with, catering to their wants and needs at the time, and understanding what their goals are and just helping them to get there. So it's not just about you. In fact, it's way more about them. and you have to really balance taking care of yourself and putting them first as well.
So it takes a village in order to pull off something like Welcome to Run Camp. In addition to just the 40 volunteers that we had on site, we have our board, we have all of our donors, we have all of our sponsors that we're working with throughout the year. We also had a lot of guys behind the scenes that made this weekend possible, putting in countless hours of work in order to get everything organized, get all the athletes here, and get everything that needed to happen over the weekend. So we really appreciate all the efforts there.
I feel grateful to be part of this camp this year. I know how non-for-profits work. I sit on the board of a couple of non-for-profits in San Antonio, and I know this is all work from the heart, work from passion, work from being a volunteer. I know no one gets paid out of this, so a big thank you, a big shout out to the directors, to the volunteers, and to the coaches who were here. It has been a great time. Thank you for everything.
In order to come to our camp, we had an application process where athletes would apply to come to camp. Unfortunately, we weren't able to accept everybody, but our hope is that in the future, we'll have more funding, more resources, and more volunteers, and be able to bring even more campers to Welcome to Run Camp in 2023.
And that's a wrap for 2022 Welcome to Running. Thank you so much for all of our athletes, our guides, volunteers, sponsors. Thank you to the Woodlands Resort for hosting us. We cannot wait to see you at our next event.